مرحبا يا رمضان مرحبا يا رمضان مرحبا مرحبا يا رمضان.
We begin in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Welcome to Ramadan Kareem on TVC Communications. I am Rukoya Giwa, and in the studio with me is the director of the Arabic Village, Ikosi, Ketu, Lagos, Ustaz Imran Rufai.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa
Alhamdulillah,
barakatuh.
it's another day. We ask Allah to accept it from us as act of ibadah.
Yes, and today marks the midpoint of the month of Ramadan, day 15.
Exactly.
It is important we evaluate ourselves. How far, so far, how has it been? Where are we? What have we achieved? Because this is like the first half gone. So the second half is coming on tomorrow. So now we need to ask ourselves, what have we achieved so far? For you, Ustaz, what have you achieved so far?
The Quran is fine, still within the limit, the target, and the act of ibadah, tahajjud, qiyamul layl, and all other forms, dhikr, dua, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. After evaluation, if you still think you're lagging behind or you're still on track, don't worry. We have programs for you to keep you going strong this month of Ramadan, from the recitation from the Holy Quran to the Islamic musicals to discussions of social issues from the Islamic perspective and also Islamic issues. And then the gift winning segment where you get to win gift items courtesy TVC Communications. We have the gift items courtesy TVC Communications, like the gift pack courtesy TVC Communications, and in it you have the jota, we have the chin chin, we have the noodles, we have so many gift items packed into that. We have the folder also, that's the gift pack courtesy TVC Communications. We also have carton of power oil, we have carton of noodles, we also have copies of the Quran courtesy Ansarudin Mission Lagos State Council. We have the hijab and the scarves courtesy TVC Communications. We have the abaya for the sisters courtesy TVC Communications, and we have the prayer book courtesy Ansarudin Mission Lagos State Council, and the kaftan and caps for the brothers courtesy TVC Communications. We also have the umbrellas courtesy TVC Communications. So these are the gift items you can get on the quiz segment by just answering our questions correctly. And after that, we have lineup of tafsirs for you to increase your knowledge of the deen and also get you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now let's listen to the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't go anywhere. The recitation of Surah Al-Waqi'ah right there, and before that we listen to the recitation of Surah Al-Rahman, and those surahs both have beautiful message. Surah Al-Rahman, for instance, it highlights the importance of reflection. As Muslims, why we need to reflect, the things we need to reflect about, because the more you reflect, the more you understand the might of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Surah Al-Waqi'ah is another surah that a lot of people like to recite, especially considering the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that says that anyone who wants to move away from poverty should recite it, especially during the night. So it's really amazing.
And indeed, the repetition in Surah Al-Rahman is an attraction for the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to think about certain influences He has on us. Fabi ayyi ala rabbikuma tukadhiban. Which of the favors of your Lord do you want to deny? So it's always calling us to that. It repeats it more than 10 times in that chapter of the Quran.
Seriously, there is no favor of Allah that we can deny. Alhamdulillah, I am a Muslim. That's the greatest favor Allah has bestowed upon me, and Alhamdulillah for that. Now let's take some Islamic musicals, and after that we'll have the call to prayer, and then we will be back with the Ramadan talk. Today we're looking at the status of women in Islam. Where does Islam place women? And what exactly does Islam say about women? These are many more will be the focus this morning. So let's take some music. We'll be right back. May we not be among the lost souls. Ameen. Welcome back. It's still Ramadan Kareem on TVC Communications. With feminism at the center of most discussions and the issues of molestations and rape rising every day, it has become pertinent on us to lend our voice to the recent happenings, which is why today on the Ramadan Talk, we will focus on the status of women in Islam. what level has Allah placed women in Islam? And what exactly is our right, and what should we do as Muslims, especially as women, Muslim women? These are many more of what we'll discuss this morning, inshallah. Ustaz, if we look around us now, a lot of things are happening, especially when it relates to women. We have had issues of rape. Recently, there was one, the Abuja rape and molestation case, where some people were arrested in the club and then they were beaten up and raped by law enforcement agencies. So now, coming from this angle, from all these recent happenings, what has Islam said about women?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has created human beings in pairs. We have males, we have females. As at the advent of Islam, Islam met the world in a situation with respect to women, in a situation that is not palatable. Women were seen as instrument of enjoyment. Sometimes the announcement of their arrival to this world as a result of giving birth to them was considered an abomination, that they were not meaningful to humanity. They are only considered to be an object of sex, and at times they will bury them alive. وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. But when Islam came, Islam considered a woman first and foremost to be a human being like the man. In fact, in Surah An-Nisa, Quran chapter 4, verse 1, Allah says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ya ayyuhan nas, taqu rabbakum alladhi khalaqakum min nafsin wahidah. Fear your Lord that has created you from a single soul. Wa khalaqa minha zawjaha. From that single soul, the wife was brought out. Wa batha minhuma rijalan kathiran wa nisa. And from the two of them, we brought out rijalan kathira, a lot of men, wa nisa, and women as well, to equate men and women in terms of humanity. From the point of view of humanity, the same blood runs in the veins of the two of them. As a man, you are human. As a woman, you are human. So all the rights and the dues, commandments with respect to worship are of equal standard, of equal reward in the sight of Allah. The reward that a man gets is the reward that the woman too gets upon completion of the obligation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Similarly, Islam sees a woman as al-untha, woman, as a feminine. Everything Allah has created in this world, Allah has created both males and females. Even in non-living things, there's positive and negative. In the magnet, we have the North Pole, we have the South Pole. We have the positive charge and we have negative charge. This is the way Allah has done everything. Human beings' case will not be a different thing. Women too are considered feminine. So being feminine makes them deserve certain concern from Islam. Islam has laid down the premises for feminism. Why? It considers a woman an entity to be respected. That nobody should just trample on her right at any point in time. In fact, looking at her from her dressing, Islam recognizes that this is meant for women. Nobody should use it. In fact, Islam rain causes of people who want to take the position of trying to look like a woman. لَعَنَ اللَّهُ الْمُتَشَبِّهَاتِ مِنَ الرِّجَالِ بِالنِّسَاءِ. Allah says He has rained down His curse on men that want to behave like women. Just that to retain their feminism to them. Nobody should hijack it from them. They should be recognized for who they are. This is the second angle from which Islam looks at women generally.
All right, now you just talked about feminism. Is feminism Islamic?
Feminism is Islamic as long as it is seen from the angle through which Islam looks at it.
Okay.
Today, the definition of feminism with respect to contemporary thought is that women should be seen as an entity that deserves the same equality, the same quantity, amount in everything with men. This is where Islam says no. The fact that we are both human beings, there are some exceptions based on the nature of creation. The way Allah has created them, the strength, the emotion, they are not equal. The women are entity of higher emotion than men. And this emotion favors certain functionalities in them. The absence of such emotions in men will make men not qualify to perform certain roles women will perform. In terms of nursing, child upbringing, men cannot do it because they don't have such emotion. Women can withstand a crying baby for long, but at the sound of a cry of a baby, the man gets that disgusting attitude towards it. He says, "Oh, take care," you know. But
for
the women,
some men,
yes, for some men, and it's like that. For men, it's the physical aspect.
Okay.
Like me, when I was just getting married, I would get two, kegs of water, 50 liters, not even 25. I would drag them from one point to the other. My wife cannot do it. And we need the content of the keg. And there's no alternative to get it except what I've done. Perhaps the malams that we have contracted out to do it are not around that area. I have to do it. So the area of strength, men score higher mark. And in the area of emotion, women are better off. So each of them will assist each other. The men will use their strength where the emotion is low, and the women will come up with emotion when it is most needed to balance the. So this is where Islam, goes against the wrong definition or the Western definition of feminism. So the opinion of Islam with respect to feminism is leave women as women and men should stay as men. Nobody should try to take over the look of the other with respect to responsibility, with respect to the nature of creation. So this is it. So the third angle from which Islam looks at women.
Okay, before we go on, can we now say that what Islam preaches is not equality, rather it is equity that's giving each person their own rights?
Exactly.
Based on their
when you say equity, it's what you deserve that fits into your creation, to your nature. And when we talk about equality, is that we share the same thing, irrespective of what each person deserves. You are tall, 54, you use 54, I give you 54. You are 63, I give you 54. This is equality. But equity, you are 64, I should give you 64. You are 54, I should give you 54. Not minding any other thing. So this is equity, and this is where the lines are drawn. So the third one, like I said, Islam considers them as human beings. Islam sees them as feminine by nature, by gender. Islam equally considers them as mother. In fact, this is the first point of view. This is the first contact of Quran with woman as a mother. When you look at the stories of women in the Quran, the first mention of a woman was in terms of being a mother. And that is it. That's the first contact. In fact, the Quran says in Surah Al-Luqman, وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إِحْسَانًا. We have commanded man, we have advised man to his parents to do good. حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ. His mother has carried him وَهْنًا عَلَى وَهْنٍ, based on weakness upon weakness. وَفِصَالُهُ فِي عَامَيْنِ. After bearing or giving birth to him, she started to nurture him, giving him the breast for 2 years. Fi amin. Anishkur li. The next thing Allah says, thank me. Wali walidaik, and your parent. Ilayya al-masir. To me belongs your return. This is the first point of contact with a woman that's as a mother. So our mothers, in fact, a man went to the Prophet. Man ahaqqu bi usni. Who has the best of rights to my goodness? At the first instance, the Prophet said, your mother. In fact, there's a popular nasheed. Who should I give my love to? And all that. So it was derived, that nasheed was derived from that hadith. The second time the Prophet said your mother. The third time the Prophet said, then the Prophet now mentioned your father. So 3, then 1. Ratio 3 to 1. You do 3, then you remember your father at the 4th occasion. Some scholars have said, no, when you have 4 naira, 3 naira to your mother, 1 naira to your father. This is the opinion of major thing is that you place your mother higher over the father with respect to giving or care. So number 4 angle from which Islam looks at women, apart from being a human being like the men, apart from being feminine, while the men are males, there's also this issue of being a mother, which we have just discussed, and comes after that, she's a daughter, to be respected. As a daughter, Islam met the world in a situation where people will bury their daughters. They say, oh, ma waladat. She said, the Arabs will say, you have not given birth to anything good. Nasruha buka, our crying, our assistance to the father is by crying. Wabirruha sariqa, when she wants to do good, she steals from the husband and brings it to her house. This is the view, this is the perspective from which the Arabs used to see women, that they have no value. Then they used to fight wars. They need men to assist. When one of them gives birth to a female, he feels so sad that, oh, I don't have anybody to assist me. This person I've given birth to is feminine, and she's a female, she's a daughter. She cannot assist me. The only way she can assist is to cry when she sees me being molested. If it were to be a boy, he stands by the father. He fights to death. But that is not expected of the men. This is the angle before Islam came. In fact, they will bury them alive. وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. On the day of judgment, Allah says, the female child will be asked, what was your error? What was your sin for being buried alive? To show that Islam came to give hope to the female world. So, as a daughter, she must be honored. Nobody has right to just molest or treat her anyhow. For you to get her as a wife, you have protocols. That takes us to the next angle.
Okay, before we go on to the next angle, just to inform our viewers that if you need clarification on any issue within the context of Islam or on the topic, which is status of women in Islam, do call in to ask the Ustaz. All right, back to the status now of women. Yeah.
Now, from the 5th point of view, Islam considers her, aside from being a human being, aside from being feminine, aside from being a mother, aside from being a daughter, most importantly, as a wife. You see a woman, you see a wife. No wonder one of the poets said, Al-ummu madrasa idha a'dattaha. A mother is an institution if you prepare her for that job. A'adatta. If you prepare her, you have prepared a whole nation. A nation. So, when you lose a woman, you are losing a whole nation. Because from her, you see males. From her, you see females. Why did Allah choose them? For the responsibility of bearing the child, and not the husband, and not the man. Because it's an honor for her. As a wife, there's a process of getting her to become a wife. We must find certain conditions fulfilled before we release her as a wife. Starting from the fact that our consent is sought, to the point that our parents approve of it, to the point that you pay a dowry, to the point that some people must witness you taking her. A mother is an institution if you prepare her for that job. A'adatta. If you prepare her, you have prepared a whole nation. A nation. So, when you lose a woman, you are losing a whole nation. Because from her, you see males. From her, you see females. Why did Allah choose them? For the responsibility of bearing the child, and not the husband, and not the man. Because it's an honor for her. As a wife, there's a process of getting her to become a wife. We must find certain conditions fulfilled before we release her as a wife. Starting from the fact that our consent is sought, to the point that our parents approve of it, to the point that you pay a dowry, to the point that some people must witness you taking her, and to the fact that you must marry her under certain conditions of not punishing or making life miserable to her.
Okay.
And if you are going to have any issues with her, Islam says you must call on 2 wise men to intervene, all because of being a wife. And if you are going to tell her to go, it must be by a process. You can't just wake up in the night and say, Mariam, Maloli. No.
All right, sisters, let's quickly take Ajibade from Bauchi. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
All right, let's have your question.
Yeah, my question to my Amil is on the issue of prayer during traveling. So how long, what's the distance, and how many days, and one short prayers when you travel?
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Ajibade from Bauchi.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
He's talking about traveling as safar. Some scholars have opined the distance, the costly or with respect to distance, while some have used the number of days you stay as a condition for traveling. Some use 80 kilometers. It has no basis. It's just ijtihad, intellectual exertion based on research. But the reality is they considered all the traveling of the Prophet before it concluded at that point. So, but the major thing is the Prophet ﷺ traveled for certain days and he observed qasr. Because based on the verse of the Quran that says there's no blame on you when you travel and you observe, you shorten your prayers. It's a condition that is preferred, but is ordained. إِذَا تَرَبْتُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ. That if you travel over the earth, there's no problem on you to reduce the rakah, the number of standings in prayers. Now, on that basis, the scholars are at variance, different opinions on for how long.
How long?
Some say 19 days, some say 3 days. Some say as long as you have not fulfilled your reasons for traveling, you continue to pray qasri until you are done, even if it's a year. They argued it seriously. So it depends on the person traveling to take the opinion that is most convincing to him. This is where you don't, la inkar fi masail khilaf. There's no blame for taking a position on a situation where difference of opinion are well established.
Okay. We have Fatai from Agege. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, sorry. Fatai, you can try calling us. You can try calling back. Thank you very much. Ustaz, you mentioned something while you were talking about the status of women in Islam, talking about her being the wife. You said, first, to become a wife, a consent must be sought.
Exactly.
Now, let's look at that in relation with child marriage, the issue of child marriage now, where some people, based on culture, would marry off a young girl to an elderly person without a consent. Does this have Islamic backing?
We call it الزواج القاصرات أو صغير. الزواج القاصرات. الزواج القاصرات, marrying the minors. Scholars have 3 opinions on it.
Okay.
Based on a particular verse of the Quran.
Before we go in, let's just take Magaji from Agege. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
All right, let's have your question.
My name is Magaji.
Yes. All right, go ahead with your question.
I want to ask a question. This program, they are doing every day or a week?
I didn't get your question.
Is it every day or weekly?
Program. Are they doing every day?
Yes, we air every day of the week. Every day
Around,
of the week in Ramadan.
Okay. Around which time do they start?
What did you say?
3 to 4.
Around which time then they start?
2 o'clock to 4. 2 o'clock to 6. We are on 2 o'clock to 4, but after from 4 to 6, we have tafsirs that you can benefit from.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much for calling in. Thank you.
So, in the case of the minors, with respect to Islam, there are 3 opinions. some have not gone against it. And some have said it should not be, based on certain facts, both in the life of the Prophet and in the Quran. For those who say you can marry them, it's based on a particular ayah of the Quran, when Allah was talking about how to divorce a woman. As for those who have not started, Allah mentioned a verse there, as for those who have not started menstruating, this is how to divorce them. So from there they took the position that, okay, you can even divorce somebody that has not started menstruation. It means you must have married her as a minor. So that verse of the Quran has single-handedly told us that there's evidence that you can marry a minor. The essence of marriage, most importantly, is not because of the sex. Sometimes you marry and there won't be any sexual interaction until she gets, matured. While some say you marry at times because you want to help the family to nurture that daughter and to build a gap, a bridge between two families, but maybe through culture, maybe through certain things. It is a way of fomenting good relationship. I want to be your, what the Yorubas call Anna, your, I can't remember the English word for it.
Your in-law.
Your in-law. So I want to be your in-law. So marriage can be a very strong opportunity. And at times, the other school of thought say, don't go near it. Because some men are merciless. You are only talking Quran. They will handle the child as if she's not a human being. They will have a canon knowledge. And they will not even respect what the Quran has said. On that basis, there was an international conference, even within the Muslims, 21st edition in Saudi Arabia. And they decided there that every nation should take a position on the age at which every daughter will be given out in marriage, even if she's not matured enough. And that when she eventually gets to that age that she can decide, she can come out and say, this is my position, you did this to me when I was more matured for a good reason or for a bad reason, but now I'm matured, I want to take a position on this marriage. So this is how they have managed the situation. And there are laws, Sharia laws, to take care of that when the situations arise. Okay,
so do we have a certain age range in Nigeria now that has been set to when a woman, a young girl, can be married off?
It's only when they accept that they will set an age. The Yorubas have not accepted by principle. But by practice, they do it. The Hausas is part of them. They even consider it as something of honor. But the way they are getting it wrong is when the selfish interest of the father takes a higher position in giving out the daughter as a minor. This is where Islam frowns at the northern position. Not all of them are selfish, but some out of ignorance and selfishness, maybe because of the mar, the bride price, which is supposed to be for the girl, the family takes it and they distribute to whoever is going to have a portion of it. So, but as for Yorubas, they do it at their own volition when they feel, not by principle.
So now, I just want us to be very specific now. So are we saying that a girl not given a consent can still be married off?
At that age, when she has not started menstruating. For a reason that Sharia accepts. And to somebody who is of high conscience, of high knowledge about what is expected of him, accepting the daughter. I mentioned it. I know a man, 12 daughters, not a single son. The wife died, leaving 12 daughters with him. It's very difficult to find somebody to help him. One of the saving grace is to rely on a trustworthy being, a Muslim who can assist. And one of the best way that can secure that relationship is to hand her over. Because if you say, hey, the mother is dead, why don't you help me accept this? Somebody might maltreat her. But the moment it is legalized that she's your wife, he will respect her, even if she's a daughter. A baby, let me even call it a baby. And today, what you have refused to do those young girls you call minors. To Islam, the moment you start menstruating, you are no longer a man, but you are, somebody that is grown up, and you must be respected for that status. So, if you do that, you are going against the Sharia of Allah by not managing her very well. Today, they are doing it.
Okay, let's
9-year-old, 12-year-old.
Yes, sisters, let's quickly take Abdullah Hakim from Niger State. Salaam alaikum. All right, let's have your question.
Yeah, my name is Abdullah Hakim from Niger State.
Okay, go ahead with your question.
Yes. Good morning.
Alaikum salam. Morning.
Yes. Please, I have 2 questions, sir.
Go on.
Please,
But I need you to turn down the volume of your TV set. Turn down the volume of your TV set.
Hello? Please, there is one question. There's one question someone asked on this program. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes. They said, what's the name of the prophet that mentioned twice inside Quran?
Okay.
I have not get the answer up to now, sir. Then secondly, please, in a situation whereby a man finds a woman, unfortunately the woman is not my own language. Like, for example, now I'm a Yoruba. Why the woman is a Gala girl? So, and I find every quality in her. And then my mother was trying to take against the marriage. And meanwhile, we have known what the Quran has said about the woman, about the mother, that no one should transfer to a mother. Please, I want you to analyze me. Should I leave the girl, or I should try to talk to my parents for them to accept it? That's my question.
All right. Thank you very much for that question.
All
So
right.
the second question is saying that if you are from different tribes, the man and the woman, they're from different tribes, and the mother is against the relationship, saying, no, you can't marry this person because she's not from your tribe, should he concede to what his mother wants, or should he appeal to them, or should he now decide on his own to just marry the person?
Most importantly, the intention of the mother should be considered. If it is out of tribalism, it is dangerous. But if it is out of fear for the son, that how will you communicate? Marriage needs regular and deep communication. You speak this language, she speaks that language. She's not only marrying you, you are not only marrying her. You have to consider the families too, where she comes from. If you cannot communicate, there will be suspicion. What do they mean? If there's any gesture, you think the opposite. So when the communication gap is created, there's a high tendency that such a marriage will not last. If that is what the mother is considering, she has a point. So, however, if that is not what the mother is considering, each of the parties will be advised to learn the language of the other. However, I advise that parents should encourage, intertribal marriages. It's very important. But in a situation where we have not matured to that level, we better take within our tribe.
All right. Now we have another caller on the line. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Ramadan Kareem. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, let's have your question.
This is my own contribution. Salam alaikum.
Wa
Wa alaikum
alaikum salam.
This is my contribution is on your topic you are discussing about women.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, it's about the topic you are discussing about women. Is it, to my own opinion about it? My own opinion about it is that a woman is most precious. God gives them the most valuable things. But to me, they say they are right to a man because them to be equality with a man. And that's the only thing I just say about it. God has made them to be a woman. he know what he's doing, and they have a purpose for it, and they are most valuable. And that's the only thing I just see about it.
All right, thank you very much for that contribution. Thank you so much for calling in. Ustaz, there's this belief that women are oppressed in Islam. So I just want us to round off with that are women really oppressed in Islam?
I have not seen a point, except the person gives us an example of where they are oppressed. From my own point of view, women have actually been liberated by Islam from the shackles of disgrace of the earlier generations. They have not actually given them their position, their rightful position. They have only been seen as sex objects and baby-producing machine. But Islam says they are more than that. It has accorded them the right position, in fact, in life and after death. Islam has given them their rights when they exist, and that they should be well taken care of. They should be honored and respected. In fact, Islam does not even go against World Mother's Day. Islam says it should be every day. The world has given it only a day to the mother. Islam says it's every day for them. And it has even accorded in chapters of the Quran what it has not accorded to men. There's chapter of women, Surah to Nisa. There's no Surah to Rijal. Names of women have been mentioned specifically in Quran, and names of men have been mentioned in few.
Just to show that women...
Surah to Maryam.
Yes.
And the like. Surah to Talaq, about how to divorce them and how not to.
Just to show that women are people to revere and to be cherished.
It has honored them in the book, honored them in the Sunnah, and the likes.
All right,
so we can mention a lot.
All right, thank you very much, Ustaz. May Allah continue to be with you and may He increase you in knowledge. Well, that brings us to the end of the Ramadan Talk segment this morning. We'll go on a break, and when we come back, we'll start doling out the gift items we have here. We have gift items called TVC Communications. We have the gift pack that contains the jota, the folder, chin-chin, noodles. So many other edible items are in the gift pack. That's called TVC Communications. We have carton of oil, carton of noodles. We have the Quran, Koti Ansarudin Mission, Lagos State Council. We have the prayer book, Koti Ansarudin Mission, Lagos State Council. And we also have the kaftan for the brothers, the cap, Koti TVC Communications. And for the sisters, we have the abaya, the scarves, the hijab, Koti TVC Communications. And we also have the umbrella, Koti TVC Communications. All these items are what you can get on the Ramadan quiz, which will be coming up after this break. Stick around. Everyone looking for the fruit of the womb, may Allah grant them. Children will be the corners of their eyes. Amen. Welcome back. It's still Ramadan Kareem on TVC Communications. Do you have what it takes to win our special gift package on the program this morning, or even all the gift items we have here this morning? Well, let's see if you have it. All you need to do is call in and answer our questions correctly. We have gift items called TVC Communications. We have the cartons of noodles, cartons of oil. We also have the gift pack called TVC Communication. In it, we have the folder, the jota, the noodles, the chin-chin, all of the edibles are in it. So many things in it. That's the gift pack called TVC Communications. We also have copies of the Quran, the Roman transliteration of the Holy Quran, Koti Ansarudin Mission, Lagos State Council. Let's take the first caller, Rashid Lawal from Offa. Salaam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ramadan Kareem.
Allahu Akbar.
So today is day 15. What's the thing you have decided to add to what you've been doing before in terms of ibadah?
I wish to add the long life and prosperity.
In terms of ibadah, is long life and prosperity ibadah? Like in what you do to seek for Allah's favor in this month of Ramadan? Probably reciting the Quran, probably azkar. What else? Something you've not been doing before that you intend to do now?
I'm trying my best, yeah.
Yeah, trying your best. May Allah crown your efforts with success. Ameen. All right, please recite Suratul Shams.
Sam.
Yeah, Suratul Shams.
Suratul Sam.
Yes.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa samsi wa duha. Wali Komari Tatala.
Are you there? Are you trying to read it from your Quran?
No.
Okay, so let's go. Time is of essence so that other people can get on the show.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa samsi wa duha wa liqamari tatala wa nahari tajalaha wa lili sayajtaha wa nahari tajala. I don't know this surah very well.
It's obvious that you don't know it very well.
I don't know it. I didn't memorize it very well.
So what will you do now?
I think you give me question.
No, that's not the answer I'm expecting from you. What I want you to do is to go and relearn. Because you said obviously you said you don't know it very well. You didn't memorize it very well. So go and memorize it properly.
Is it permissible to read it from the Quran?
No, it's not.
Thank you.
So go and memorize it properly and then call back maybe tomorrow or whenever you've memorized it. All right. Thank you very much for calling. We still have gift items here to be won. Gift items got to TVC Communications. We have the cartons of power oil, cartons of noodles, and we have the gift pack that has the folder, the jotter, the noodles, the chin chin. So many gift items are in that. And we have the umbrella called TVC Communications. We have the copies of the Quran, the Roman transliteration of the Holy Quran, Koti Ansarudin Mission, Lagos State Council. We have the Quran itself, Koti Ansarudin Mission, Lagos State Council. We have the prayer book, Koti Ansarudin Mission, Lagos State Council. And we have the Kaftana Cap, Koti TVC Communications. Let's take Kamaldeen. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Ramadan Kareem.
Allahu Akram.
All right, please recite Surah Al-Ala.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى وجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى وذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي صحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى.
All right, that's correct, Ustaz.
With slight errors, but it seems okay.
Okay. Now, would you like to bid for a higher gift item? Would you like to move on to another stage of the question? Are you there?
I'm there.
Yes, would you like to go further?
Let me try.
Okay, please speak your number 1 to 10.
Number one.
Number 1.
Number one.
Mention 3 combinations. Mention 3 combinations of father and sons that are prophet. The father was a prophet, the son was a prophet.
Prophet Ibrahim, Ishaq, Ismail.
Okay, that's one.
Ishaq and Yaqub.
Okay.
Ismail, Ishaq and Yaqub.
Okay, wait. Take it this way. Father, son. Father, son. Father, son. 3. You've given me 1. So I need the second one.
Okay. I'll give you 1 now.
Yes, you've given me 1.
Dawood and Sulaiman.
Okay. 2.
Prophet Dawood and Sulaiman.
That's 2. The last one.
Yaqub and Yusuf.
Is that your final answer for the last one?
Yaqub and Yusuf.
Is that the final answer for the last one? Are you there?
I'm there.
So are you sure of the last one?
This is the final answer.
Yes.
Yaqub and Yusuf.
Okay, mashallah, that's correct. That is
Alhamdulillah.
correct, and that's
Allahu Akbar.
awesome, really.
Yaqub and Yusuf.
Yes, that's correct.
Takbir.
You're right. Allahu Akbar. Ustaz had to
Akbar.
tell us takbir in the studio, mashallah. And forgetting that, I'll give you a carton of oil. All right, I'll give you a carton of oil. Thank you very, very much for calling in. So you can come redeem your gift item at 1 Continental Way off CMD Road, Ikosi, K2, Lagos. And please don't forget to come with a form of identification from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Anytime within that time, you can come for your gift item. Wow, be like our last caller. Call in, test your knowledge of the deen. We still have gift items for you. And also, if you have the means to sponsor this segment, do not hesitate to do that. You can bring your gift items to 1 Continental Way off CMD Road, Ikosi, K2, Lagos. We're still expecting the cash prize and the plot of land. We've been talking about this from the very first day. So we're still expecting the plot of land. So please, if you have the means, bring your gift items to 1 Continental Way off CMD Road, Ikosi, K2, Lagos. Now we have Aminu from Kwara State. Salaam alaikum. Aliyu rather, sorry, from Kwara State. Salaam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
Ramadan Kareem.
Allahu Akbar.
All right, so what are you having for sahur this morning?
Glory be to God.
What are you having?
Amala.
Amala. Ah, you're not going with the Kwara food this morning, no. You're going to the Ibadan side. All right, please recite Surah Al-Alaq.
Surah to what?
Alaq.
That's the A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Sabbi hisma rabbika hala an-nasiha.
I didn't say Surah Al-Alaq. Surah Al-Alaq.
Surah to halak.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Surah Al-Alaq. Time is ticking.
Allah.
Yes. Okay, so time is up.
Sorry. Hello. I know it.
Okay, you know it. Please recite it.
Sabbi hisma rabbika hala. Am I right?
You're wrong. So just do your research, find out that chapter of the Quran, and then call back when you've realized or when you found out that chapter. All right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. All right. Wow, that's one. If he has been following the program from the inception, it should know that surah. If anyone who has been following the program from inception will definitely know the surahs we've been asking people, because we've been sticking to a certain level and not going above that level. So it just boils down to the fact that I want to assume he hasn't been following the program from the very inception of the program. But it's still the Ramadan quiz segment. We still have gift items for you here. We have gift items called TVC Communications. We have the umbrella. We have carton of oil. Well, the carton of oil has been won by somebody this morning, and it was really an awesome performance, to be honest, because I expected him to maybe say, I only know 1 or 2, but he knew like 3 of them. That's really amazing.
And he really stressed himself to bring it out.
Yes.
And eventually he got it.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
All right, let's take Aliyu Uthman from Ayobo. Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Ramadan Kareem.
Allahu Akbar.
So how do you feel this morning? Today is day 15. How do you feel about that?
No?
How do you feel about the fact that today is day 15, marking the midpoint of the month of Ramadan?
I feel happy.
Alhamdulillah. I hope you are preparing for the last 10 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, mashallah. All right, please recite Surah Al-Masad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته عاملة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
I know, in a bit to recite beautifully, one can sometimes exaggerate some things. Ustaz had to say, he had to cringe, like, subhanallah.
Maybe you should read the first line again.
Okay, so recite the first verse again.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
Okay, so Ustaz.
You have removed the shadda. Tabbat.
Bas.
Tabbat, not tabati yada. It's tabbat. Please, can you say that?
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
All right, mashallah, but that was the right recitation, and that's just a correction from the ustaz that you can also, that can benefit you when you use that surah on your salah, in your salah. May Allah make it easy. Okay, please speak in number 2 to 10.
Number 6.
Number 6. The people of Dash.
Ma'am?
The people of Dash. Can you hear me?
Yes.
The people of Dash told their prophet to make a camel come out of a mountain. The people of Dash told their prophet to make a camel come out of a mountain. Who were these people? The people of what tribe?
Prophet Solly.
I didn't ask about the prophet. The people of what tribe?
Samuda.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you should have told me you're a scholar. That's the correct answer, mashallah. That's the correct answer, mashallah. And for getting that correctly, I would give you a gift pack, Kotsi TVC Communications. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you so much for that. That was brilliant, really.
People are back on track.
People are back. You see, that's why I'm urging everyone out there, if you have the means to sponsor this segment, please bring your gift items. If you notice, the moment we had carton of oil, carton of noodles, gift pack, people started calling in. The people wouldn't, they've been waiting for those big gifts. Exactly. So now that they know it's available, everybody's trying to get in and get those big gifts. So if you have the means to sponsor this segment, that brother that just called in did not only show us what he has got, but he also learned in the process, which is the essence of the segment. He has taken something home. So imagine if you're sponsoring it and making him happy, and he's taking something home. You're also getting the reward for it. May Allah make it easy. So please, if you have the means, bring your gift items to 1 Continental Way of CMD Road, Ikosi, K2, Lagos. And don't forget, we still have gift items here. We have gift items, Koti and Saturday Mission, Lagos State Council. We have the prayer book, copies of the Quran, also the Roman transliteration of the Holy Quran. We have cartons of noodles, cartons of power oil. We have the kaftan and the cap, also Koti TVC Communications. Now let's take Alabi Muiz Kolawole. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So how has Ramadan been so far for you?
Ramadan has been so nice, so good. In fact, I'm enjoying it.
Alhamdulillah. So you don't want it to end?
So that is how it is. That is how it used to be.
That is
Whenever
how it ought
coming,
to
we
be.
don't want it to come. But when it comes, we don't want it to go. We don't want it to go.
That is how it ought to be. But is that how it is for you?
That is not how it is, because anytime it's coming, I always expecting it. I always prepare for it because I enjoy it.
Alhamdulillah, mashallah.
Thank you.
All right. Please recite Suratul Ma'un.
Surah to
Ma'un.
Surah Al-Ma'un.
Yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون صدق الله العظيم.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
So, Ustaz.
I think the starting, the isti'adha was not well gotten. Can you say the isti'adha again?
The starting.
The
Yes.
isti'adha. أعوذ بالله.
أعوذ بالله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
So that between that mina and shaitan, there's a way of reciting it. Minash.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
There's shadda on the shin. Minash shaitanir rajim.
I pronounce it. من الشيطان الرجيم.
So okay, take it again and correct it. Take it from the beginning.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
It's fair enough.
You are having free tajweed class.
الرحمن الرحيم.
All right, it's okay. That's free tajweed class you're having on the program.
Thank you very much.
May Allah make it easy. All right, would you like to bid for a higher gift item?
Ma'am?
Would you like to go further?
Let me try.
Okay, so pick a number from number 2 to number 10. Number 6 is taken.
Number what is left?
We have 2 to 10. Number 6 is taken.
Okay, number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah.
What is the name of the Sahabi the Prophet Muhammad stayed with when he got to Medina? What is the name of the Sahabi the Prophet stayed in his house when he got to Medina?
The name of the Sahaba.
Yes.
Prophet Muhammad sleep in his house when he got to
Medina.
I know it.
You know it.
I know it.
Oh yeah, give it to me.
I know it. Abu Ayyuba al-Ansari. Abu Ayyuba al-Ansar. Yes.
Are you sure? Because all this you know it, you must be certain. Are you sure?
Yes.
What's the name again?
Abu Ayyuba al-Ansari. Yes. That is it.
Yes, and that's the correct answer. Yes. You did it.
Yes. I got it.
You got it, mashallah.
Thank you.
Mashallah. And for that, I want to give you something that you would really feel, yes, I got it, because I could feel that I must bring it back. If at some point I wanted to tell you to start saying Rob is in Alima, maybe it will come back. But forgetting that, I'll give you a kaftan.
Thank you.
I'll give you a lovely kaftan called TVC Communications. So thank you very much for calling. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. So
he has something to wear on, on the 8th day.
There's no excuse that I'm your wash out tutu. Yes, sir. There's no excuse.
He had to struggle to bring it out.
Yes, it was like, I know it. Well, this is as far as we can go this morning, inshallah. It's been an awesome program so far. It's been awesome, to be honest, and I had a wonderful time this morning, and I hope you did the same. Ustaz, thank you very much for your support. Thank you. May Allah continue to reward you. And for everybody watching this program, may Allah reward you all. Ameen. And also to the entire production team, thumbs up, well done. Thank you so much for your contribution, right from the producer, Kola Enriosho, to Adura, to Chimbale Oseni, and to Akinraji. Thank you very much for working on the production. Until tomorrow, it's Tiro Koya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.